What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good day. It's getting warmer and warmer. It's probably going to go up to like at least 70, hopefully. Lake's looking good. I was just talking to my friend, Time of the Sense. He has a great channel, by the way, if anyone wants to check him out. Night Raven, he goes by also. I was just explaining to him yesterday on the phone, and it kind of got me to think about making a video of how I got started with the watches on YouTube, all that good stuff. I don't want to make it too long or boring, but I just put a lot of the watches out. This is the watch. I'm sorry with the model number. I wasn't prepared, but I just had a feeling about this video. I said, let me just make it 218 Casio watch. My journey on YouTube, and then I'll get to the watches. My journey on YouTube basically was 2012, 2013. I would say 2013. I had the smartphones. I always got the next one out. Every year and a half, I would get another phone, and they were capable of taking good videos and pictures. And my thing was, I used to go on YouTube. Before I was a YouTuber, I used to just go on YouTube and say, "Wow, that's this is it. This is the missing link." When I seen YouTube, I said, "Wow, this is these guys are they got a great thing they're doing, and I wish I could have a YouTube channel." And just time went on, and about 2013, I got a dog because my channel was mostly with the dog, my dog Ace. I had dogs my whole life. I had dogs since I was 5 years old. So I had dogs my whole life. I'm good around dogs. I had dogs. So I got this dog as a gift, actually. I paid like a quarter of it, and Ace was just a dream. He's a Doberman Pinscher. He was just a dream dog. He got along with everybody. He played with other dogs. A good friend of mine gifted me the dog, and I paid like the shipping and a couple other extra things for the dog. And they gifted me the dog because it was this person I grew up with. So they knew I needed a dog at the time, and they were very generous to help me out. So I got the dog, and I didn't know what to do at that point. That was like 2012, 2013, just before I started. YouTube has me that I started 2012, 2013. I say 2013. But anyway, I got the dog, so I go to this local park in New York because I'm from New York originally. I was born and raised there, actually in Brooklyn. And but I mostly stayed in Queens, even though I was born in Brooklyn. I was never really in Brooklyn much, only when I was real young. So anyway, I get the dog and I go to the park and I'm walking around the park. I'm just walking around, the area. And there was a guy, a friend of mine. He's still a friend of mine. He has a YouTube channel, O Legend Studios. His real name's Brian. So Brian was filming with his brother, and they were doing like, when you're filming pranks, you go and filming pranks. They would put clothespins on people. There would be like a guy in the bushes hiding with leaves on him and jump out, scare people. So they were doing pranks in the park. So I started talking to him a little bit. He goes, "Yeah, you can start a YouTube channel. It's no big deal." And then I talked to a couple friends in the store that I used to go to, the Sprint store, because I had Sprint at the time, which is now T-Mobile. Unfortunately, I happen to like when I was a Sprint customer better, but T-Mobile, I guess, is okay. Anyway, I used to go to the Sprint store, and the guy says, listen, man, you got everything you need in that phone. You make a video. If you like the video, you could review it yourself, and you don't like it, you could delete it, or one of the options is going to be to share to YouTube. And yeah, sure enough, And I said, really? You kidding me? And I had no idea. I thought you needed, more equipment to do it. All you need is a cell phone. So basically, I got the gist of that, and I started, he was right. You film, you hold the phone sideways so it comes out so you can see the whole video, and then you hold the phone sideways so you can see the whole video, and then you get a nice view of everything. And that's what I did. And then one of the options was to upload to YouTube, and I uploaded to YouTube. And, that's it. I started, and at the time, back then, a lot of people was able to make revenue as long as you went into AdSense and asked them, put in a claim that you wanted to monetize your videos. Then they changed it. I was on YouTube. I remember I made my first penny, and I was ecstatic because it wasn't about the money. It's still not about any money for me. It's just about the love of making videos and putting them up and just see where they go. It's like hitting a number. You don't know if this video is going to do good or not do good. I'm trying to run through this quick so I don't bore anyone. So basically, I don't know what year. I don't know, maybe anyone out there knows better than me, but somewhere they upped the ante that you needed 1,000 subscribers and a certain amount of watch time, which I understand because it kind of dribs out all the people that are just dribbling along with 1-2 videos up and blah, blah, blah. So I got demonetized at that point, like a lot of other people did. And it didn't affect me because it wasn't like they were making a break of me, and I wasn't really making any money at that point, except for maybe I had like $50 in there, $40 in there, something like that, maybe even close to $100, but they don't pay you unless you get $100. Anything over $100, they pay you per month. But anyway, so I didn't worry about that. I just kept filming. I kept walking around the park, interacting with other dogs, socializing with other dogs with my dog, and I would film whatever dog was around at that time. And actually, I hit the jackpot on one video, not money-wise, because I was still not making any money at that point. I got 10 million views. It's still up there. My friend John had 2 German Shepherds, and I had the Doberman. And I put 2 German Shepherds, one beautiful Doberman, and lo and behold, I had no idea the video was even going to do good. It's kind of a silly video to even look at it, but it ain't bad. I mean, it's just silly. But me and my friend Tony at the time and the guy John with his 2 dogs and my Doberman, and the video went to 10 million views. So that thrilled me. So I kept going. Then I went on a road trip across the South, filmed a lot of it, and put videos up. And then I looked at some of my videos, and I was getting the watch time and everything. So I asked a friend of mine in New York, because he knew how to work the computer a little better than me. I said, listen, I got this and that and this and that. I think I can monetize again. Go to AdSense and ask them, and let's see if we could get this back up and running. So he did it, and lo and behold, like a light switch, my revenue money went back on, that I could make a little revenue. Not that I was making a lot of money or anything, but the revenue went back on, and I was able to make money. I took the trip with the dog. I filmed everywhere. If you go way back on my videos, you could see that trip I went on. I went to Biloxi, Mississippi, Louisiana, where else? The Big Easy, New Orleans. I went all over with my dog Ace. And that was right before the pandemic and stuff. So I was filming, like I said, 2012, 2013. I started being a YouTuber. You could trace me back. Anybody wants to go back to those videos, you could go back to them. But that's when I started. And then my friend was doing those pranks, and then I was just doing with my dog. Basically, my channel was with the dog. I did throw a couple of multi-tools once in a while on knives, but very little in the beginning. It was mostly the dog playing with other dogs, where the dog went that day, what he was doing here or there, stuff, just the dog, and it worked. It worked for me. Dogs get a lot of views on YouTube. So that was that. And then I'll get to the watches in a second. So that was that. So then I came back from the trip. The pandemic started, which was crazy for everybody. It made, life miserable for everybody. Everybody had issues. But I just kept rolling along, pumping out some watch videos because I started going to Walmart, but I didn't really get into the watches till I bought this model, this 218, whatever it is. This model here, I got this in a Walmart. I didn't even know how to set it up. That's how bad I was with these watches. Because I originally had a Pebble smartwatch. And the Pebble smartwatch, Fitbit bought them. So I put it down. I just put it down in the house. I didn't want to deal with it no more because the app wasn't working that great. And I just said, okay, maybe I'll get another smartwatch. But I didn't think I was going to get into these watches. But this is all I knew when I grew up. But actually, I only knew Timex. I'll get into that. But so this was the first one I bought in Walmart. I wasn't filming in Walmart. I wasn't filming anything, with watches. I wasn't that good doing that yet or anything. Not that I'm that good now either. But anyway, I finally set this up. I liked it. And then I gave it to a friend. And then my curiosity got the best of me with all of these watches. I went on Amazon. You're bored at night. You're sitting there. You're doing nothing. And you go on Amazon and you start surfing around Amazon. And you see all these watches, the watches I grew up with. Timex is what I really wore. And you start seeing Casio this, Casio that. This was the Wave Scepter. Loved this watch. Wore it for 3 years straight almost, 2 years straight at least. So I started saying, let me get another one. Let me try this one, the Data Bank. I looked at it. It's a nice watch, great light on it. Let me get a Timex. I was into Timexes. So that's how I started. And then I would just go outside where I lived in Long Island at the time and film. There was a Canon, like a little memorial spot that you could film. You could walk with the dog and film. You could do, multi-tools videos there and watch reviews there. I would do it there, and it was doing pretty good. People were responding to it. They were like, if I went back to the dog and I wasn't doing the watches, they would say, oh, do another watch video, So I started doing, every time I picked up a watch, a cheap watch, I would do another video. So basically that's how all that started. And then 2021, unfortunately, I lost my dog. He was the one that had that 10 million views, Ace. He was sick for about a year prior, on and off. He was sick for a while. He had some stomach issues and Doberman issues, and back and forth to the vet. And we got up one morning and he hemorrhaged, and it wasn't a good day for me, of course. And we took him to the vet, but we lost him on the way there, and it was difficult because the dog really, if there was no dog, there would be no videos. That's how I felt. So then, to make things even worse, was I finally got out of New York because it was just too hectic there, the traffic, this and that. I wanted a better place. I really wanted to be upstate New York, but I wound up in Pennsylvania, which is a nice place. I'm happy here. And we got another dog. After we settled in, we got another dog. And the dog, for some odd reason, it didn't work out for us. It made I blamed a lot of things on it, the timing of it, and the dog was just not with it, with what I was doing. He was just too crazy and wild, and he was difficult, to say the least. But he wasn't a bad dog. Maybe he needed more time. Maybe I needed more time. I don't really know. But anyway, make a long story short, we had to bring him back and rehome him, and that happened with that. That's why I'm, going to get another dog. Hopefully very soon the dog is coming. So I hope everyone likes him. I'll show you the dog when I get him, of course. And, it's not a Doberman, this one. This is a different breed. It's a mountain cur. They're really nice dogs. It almost looks like a pit bull lab type dog, mountain curs. You can look them up. But they're great dogs. But anyway, so when I had to rehome Nixon, that, really killed me because I lost Ace and then I lost Nixon. I had no idea that I was going to start filming watches in Walmart. And I started buying watches and filming them on the side like I do now right here at this guest house or wherever I want to film them outside. But I even did reviews in the car. So anyway, I go in Walmart and lo and behold, I start filming the watches and talking about it. Not even thinking, because 3 years ago, I went in Walmart and bought a watch 4 years ago, but I didn't think I was going to ever film in there. So I go in there and I start filming the watches, talking about it. This one, that one, this one, then maybe buy one if it was on sale, come home and blah, 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 set it up and, review it separately. And I come home and I get 106,000 views on the video in like a week, 2 weeks. It's crazy. I had one with 106 and 105,000. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And then I had many 1,000 views on each video and these people love them. They comment, they like that I go in there. I mean, I do them because I know my viewers like it. There's days when I didn't want to go to Walmart or maybe I had something better to do or something to do, but I try to make it that I get to a Walmart once in a while, and do it. Now, in reality, with all that said, my dog actually should have been with me because the plan was, he took the channel where Ace left off, Nixon. And then he was actually, I was thinking about filming in Walmart, but I put it out. I didn't do it because I was busy with the dog. But in reality, I should have been soon. I would have been walking in Walmart. I had a vest. He was an emotional support dog listed, so I could go in certain places. Not that I needed an emotional support dog, but I wanted to make sure I could go to certain hotels when I went on road trips or, go in different places. Home Depot and stuff like that, they allow you. Walmart does too, actually, but you don't want any problems. Of course, the dog's going to be leashed up and, well-mannered, which they were. Both of them really were. But, I would have really been going in with the dog, and he would have been picking out watches. Hopefully, I could do it with this dog. Hopefully he's that type of dog. You don't know how dogs are. Dogs like different things. I won't expose him to going in Walmart if he's not into that. But if he does, I'll bring him in there with me. But that's what should have been happening. But as soon as it's weird, when I lost Ace and I lost Nixon, and then I started filming in these Walmarts and getting all these views. So I just wanted to share that journey. 2012, 2013, I started YouTube with my dog. Anyone wants to go back and look at those videos, they're welcome to go back. I'm sure you guys seen them. They pop up. And then this watch started it all in Walmart for me. But actually, the Timex watch is the only watch I wore years ago. That's why I'm enjoying these Casio watches, because Timex is the only watch I had years ago. I was telling my friend that in New York. Basically, I bought a Timex years ago. When it died on me, I needed a battery. I just put it in the house in a coffee cup or something, go get another one. But I didn't realize, yes, Timex is good. You know, all their watches are great. I love them. I was a Timex guy. But I'm only catching up, you know, better late than never, but I'm catching up on the Casios now. I didn't realize how many nice ones. And, you know, I would love to ask some friends that aren't even around anymore, did you have a Casio? I think a lot of my friends did, but I didn't. I guess I wasn't that cool. I wasn't that hip into the Casio watches back then. But now I am. They got all kinds, data bank, fish watches. You know, I still love Timex, don't get me wrong, but I really would have been wearing these watches years ago, and I would have had probably a collection from then. And, you know, because I did save a lot of my old watches from years ago. When I moved, I saved a lot of them, but, you know, I wasn't into the Casio watches, or else I probably would have found some really cool ones around. But anyway, that's the journey on YouTube, making videos with my dog. Hopefully I have the dog soon and I could incorporate them. I won't stop making watch videos, of course, because they do well for me. I'll just, you know, incorporate the dog and the watches. And if he's a dog that likes to go in stores and Walmart, I'll take him in there, you know. If he's not, then I'll just film him on the outside with the watches and stuff. I have some ideas to do with the dog. So that's basically how I started and how it all started. And thank God I got lucky in YouTube that I got as far as I got now. Hopefully it could take it to the next level. And I'm enjoying it. And I actually, in Brooklyn, where I'm originally from, I worked in a parking lot there for 18 years. And it was smaller than the room I'm in now. This room I'm in now, it was half the size, less than half the size, with air conditioning and heat. But me and my friends would talk about our watches and, you know, multi-tools and stuff. So actually on YouTube, I feel like I got that back again. I could talk to people about watches and, you know, multi-tools back and forth, you know, comments. So I'm really liking that. You know, it reminds me of how my friends and me, we used to get together years ago and talk about stuff like that. So anyway, I'm enjoying my ride on YouTube. I hope everyone's having a good day. Peace out, everyone.